Hello and welcome back to another day trip in Switzerland. Today we are on the shores of Lake Murten to visit the city that gave the lake its name. The city of Murten, or Morat in French, is a small city in the region of the Three Lakes and located in the Fribourg canton. As we saw in one of our previous videos when we did a cruise of Lakes Bienne and Neuchâtel, Lake Murten or Morat is the smallest of the three lakes, being Lake Neuchâtel the biggest. From the lake, you have several paths to reach the old town, but the more direct one is by these stairs hidden in a small alleyway that will lead you to roof level and into a tunnel with great views of the lake. The old town that we came to visit today developed inside the castle walls, a castle that was built after 1416 and was very important in 1476 when the Duke of Burgundy sieged the town for 13 days until the Bernese army came to help, and the Burgundians lost 10,000 of their men. Since then, that victory is celebrated every year on June 22nd. As in many of these historic town centers, the streets are narrow and cobbled, with old buildings, many of which are renovated and have some kind of store on the first floor. Also, this is something you don't see every day on modern streets. The main street is named Hauptgasse, which means exactly that, Main Street. What else could it be? Its arcades are populated with all sorts of businesses, with cafés and restaurants being the more visible ones with their terraces. This is the Berntor, or Bern Gate, and it was the entrance to the city. The watch is from 1712 and was made in La Chaux-de-Fonds, not far from here. From the other side, notice as the watch only has the hour hand. This is an oath hand that indicated Murten to be a free imperial city, and right next is a part of the old wall of the city, impressive for its size and robustness, a site of why the Burgundians couldn't invade the city for 13 days and ended up defeated. Speaking of the wall of the castle, Murten has a part of its walls accessible, where you can see how it was back in the day. Back inside the old town, we head in the direction of the German church, where you have one of the entrances to go up to the Ramparts. This medieval trash can marks the entrance, and several wood stairs take you up to a very well secured walkway. The old towers are missing the intermediate floors, but the arrow slits let you imagine what it would be standing here protected, firing against enemy troops. You get a view over the roofs to the distant Mount Vully and the lake, to the clock of the town hall, as well as to the castle tower on the other side of town, with the Swiss flag proudly flowing in the wind. At the middle of the pathway, you have the other stairs that give you access to the ramparts, but we continue as there is more to see. If you're a bit taller, in some parts you might have to duck a bit, as you may hurt your head on an 100-year-old piece of wood. On the outside of the walls, the new city expanded, where once stood the fields that allowed for the survival of the people. Farms stood here, providing food for the town, and the town provided shelter if attacked. At the end of the walkway, you can climb the tower to have a view of the ramparts you just walked and the castle tower. Awakening from our duty as guards of the wall for a brief instant, we return to our condition of tourists by making our way to Level Street. Here you can admire the old clock of the town hall and see all the complications and mechanism that allows it to work. We wander about enjoying the quiet streets and colorful shops and buildings.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go.
By the French church, you have probably the best view of the lake of all of Murten. In the summer, the lake would be buzzing with activity, but this was winter time, and the 4 degrees Celsius with wind didn't invite to go on a cruise or a swim.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand.
Back in the harbor, you can check the time by foot to any of these places on the hiking sites. And if you come from April to October, this is where you catch your boat to go on a beautiful cruise of the 3 lakes. By the lake, we started this visit, and by the lake, we will end it. I hope you enjoyed coming with us to visit this charming little town. If you did, don't forget to like this video and why not subscribe to the channel. More videos like this coming soon. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!